Well, hello and welcome to today's community event. I'm Megan Watson. I'm on the AI product marketing team here at Zendesk. And as always, I will be your host. We really appreciate you taking time to be here with us today. And we're going to review the topic of delivering trusted CX across AI and human agents. But before we get started, we want to quickly share a few upcoming events that you might want to bookmark and check out. So first, on July 29th, our teams will be hosting step 3 of our 5-step series on getting started with self-service. And for those of you all in on AI, you know how critical a solid knowledge base is to effective AI. So in this session, you're going to discover how to write, edit articles using our editor, including AI-powered features that summarize and enhance content, and learn best practices for structuring, labeling, and optimizing articles for search and readability. So you don't want to miss out on that. We also, like a quick follow-on to that, we'll have our step 4 of that same series on August 5th. In that session, we're going to cover launching and activating your help center, followed by an overview of the reporting tools and Explore. So check that out. My colleague Brett will be sharing links to those events in the chat. So definitely take a look at those, bookmark them, save them, register if you can. And then last, August 6th, there will be a product insight exchange on Action Builder. So which is this feature, Action Builder, is currently in EAP. And this is an opportunity for folks to receive a sneak peek on some exciting new features and functionality coming as part of Action Builder. There will be a live Q&A with our product experts, and it's really an opportunity for you to offer feedback and ask questions related to this topic, so you don't want to miss out. For those of you who might be new to our community, we definitely encourage you to join. We will share a link on how to get started and join our community. As you can see, lots of really great events and exciting topics for you to check out. We encourage you to sign up. There's lots of benefits to joining the community, including connecting with our product teams, receiving those best practices on how to take advantage of the product, and an opportunity to collaborate with other Zendesk power users. So we'll share a link on how to get connected to our community. Okay, so back to why we're here. We're here to talk about delivering trusted CX across your AI and human agents. So our agenda for today is a brief overview of AI agents and QA offering. We're then going to dive directly into the product and give you a demo. Super exciting. We'll wrap up sharing best practices, and then our favorite session, or community favorite, the live Q&A with our product experts. I think it's just helpful to just remind everyone that our teams are working hard to provide great products for our customers, and part of that process is the evolution of our feature set. So just note that what you see today might, can change, and this is mostly for folks that might be watching later on, but we do want to make sure that we mention that. All right, we've got a fantastic panel with us here today to lead us in this topic. Each of these individuals works closely with the area of the product related to what we're talking about today, and we're so thrilled to have them here. There are a few experts in the background also helping answer all of your questions, either the ones that you've submitted in advance when you registered, so thank you for submitting your questions early on, but I'm sure your questions might come up along the way. And that's what our QA tab is for. So if you all just kind of glance down in the Bevy tool, we have our chat. That's for the fun, like excitement you can share with our product experts if you're excited about something. It's also for letting us know where you're calling in from. That's the fun part. But for the Q&A tab, that's where our product experts are going to be. So we encourage you to ask more of your questions there. It's also where we track all of the questions and answers from today's event and send them out as a follow-up. Quick housekeeping, this event is being recorded. So as I mentioned, you will be receiving follow-ups to this event. So you'll receive the recording, the Q&A, so all the questions and answers, the link to this deck, and any other helpful resources we mentioned on the call. So I will pass it off to the experts.
Thank you so much, Megan, and welcome everybody. Very excited to be here. My name is Merit. I'm doing product marketing for Zendesk. But let's now get going and let's talk about AI. So we all know AI has arrived in the workplace, and we all understand that it has the potential to be as transformative as, let's say, the steam engine was to the 19th century industrial revolution. And we know that over the next 3 years, 92% of companies plan to increase their investments in AI. And with AI investments skyrocketing, the key question for us becomes, how can AI actually lighten the load and improve customer service? And that's where Zendesk AI agents come in. Zendesk AI agents can handle up to 80% of tickets on their own, meaning quicker answers for customers and less busy work for your team. So your agents can actually focus on the tricky stuff that needs their attention. But what's important to understand and keep in mind is that our Zendesk CX Trends report found that more than 2/3 of consumers say that they are more likely to engage with and trust AI agents that exhibit human-like traits, such as friendliness, empathy, creativity. So to stay ahead, companies need to not only implement AI agents, but also ensure that their AI agents possess human-like traits, which then in turn lead to improved customer experience metrics like customer sentiment, retention, and obviously customer loyalty. And while our AI agents already resolve up to 80% of interactions, our built-in automated quality assurance helps you get to the 80% quicker and exceed that with actionable insights you get from QA that will help you improve your AI agents. All companies need a way to monitor how their AI agents are behaving and interacting with your customers. And AI agents need to be QA'd just like human agents. And this continuous QA feedback loop ensures that your AI agents keep improving and are able to resolve more and more tickets and eventually exceed 80% resolution rates. So let's dive into AI agents and QA. And over to you, Aaron.
Yeah, thanks so much, Merritt. So, hey everybody, I'm Aaron. I'm product marketer for AI agents, and I'd like to give you like a bit of an intro into how our AI agents work, and then how we kind of put you on this path to automation success. So you see down there at the kind of the lower left, you kind of well, first, let me start by saying that AI agents are really changing the game by helping companies resolve more conversations faster and with much less effort. So whether you're just getting started, like down there on the bottom left, or you're ready to scale, maybe somewhere on the upper half of that curve, we give you a clear path to drive value at every stage. So with AI Agents Essential, which is we give you for free in all our suite and support plans, you can really go live in minutes with no complex setup or heavy lifting. So we have customers already seeing about 30% automation rates just by adopting essential AI agents that leverage powerful generative AI. And once you've got that up and running, the next step is to start scaling. And that's where our advanced AI agents kick in. You can start adding more sophisticated use cases. You can design custom conversation flows if you like. Or you can add APIs to personalize responses, right? So instead of just serving up, a response direct from your knowledge base, you could actually process a refund, for example, for your customer. And we have folks seeing 50% plus automation rates. But then you can start accelerating the value through this continuous improvement, right? So this is where you might expand and add new channels, or optimize interactions with our analytics suite, which I'm going to show you in a second. And it's all while delivering faster, smarter, and more personalized support at scale. And then why we're here today talking about QA, right, is this upper right corner of the chart. So this is how you take it to the next level by adding this additional QA functionality. You can analyze 100% of AI agent conversations to help you reach beyond 80%. But I'll let Martin, Tran, and Merritt tell you more about that. So next slide, yeah. So to drive immediate value with AI agents, it starts with knowledge. So this is like the foundation. It's the core building block to delivering accurate resolutions. To get started, you just have to have a knowledge center, right? So you just connect your help center or other documentation, trusted content, and your AI agent's live really in minutes. I think we say 3 clicks, which is, yeah, totally true. And it will already be resolving questions with zero training and super simple setup. So it would automatically speak in your brand's voice. We have personalization settings in there for you. It speaks in multiple languages, works across channels. So with solutions like this, like our AI agents really work right out of the box, and we help your organization reach 30% automation rates. But we don't stop there, right? So you can start scaling here, like I alluded to earlier, where you can start adding, conversation flows. Next slide, please. You can add, conversation flows where you can really fine tune exactly how you want the conversation to go, or you can add our latest and greatest generative procedures, which you see here on the right in the picture. So instead of, we're already beyond, conversation flows. That's just how fast this technology is developing. So you can really just use natural language. You probably have, procedures documented somewhere already, right? So like how to process a refund, step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. Step 3. You just craft it in natural language, and the AI agent will take that and craft what that conversation flow should look like automatically for you, and then start resolving those queries right away. And because it's important that you have full transparency into what the AI agent is doing and why. You can also see in real time its reasoning process, which procedures did it use, which use cases were addressed. So you can see into that directly. But we also offer you the best of both worlds with what we call like a hybrid approach. So you can use both generative AI, and you can also use conversation flows if you like. Maybe if you have a say like maybe due to like legal or compliance issues, you need more control over exactly how you want the conversations to go, like for a financial use case, for example, or healthcare, right? That's where those might kick in. And then next slide. But the real power is where you can resolve these queries from start to finish, right? So with advanced AI agents, you can add actions, connect to your backend systems, order management tools, billing tools. So you can issue those refunds, you can update subscriptions, push, pull, parse through data, all while deeply integrated into your customer experience platform like Zendesk, right? So, and then from there, you can really start, differentiating your AI agents, right? So you can see, like I said before, you can see into how the AI agent's performing. You can use our AI-powered analytics to fine-tune AI agent responses, get an organization-wide view of how they're performing, and then refine from there. And because you're putting AI agents really at the heart of your CX decision-making, you're seeing the queries come in, you're seeing what the hot topics are, you can learn about new use cases, you learn about new channels to discover, or maybe even decide to enter into new markets. And that's really how AI agents help you reach that 80% and beyond, while still delivering those great customer experiences. But I'd like to go ahead and share my screen quickly, so I'll just dive into our analytics right away, and you can see kind of what I'm talking about. We'll go ahead and start on the performance summary here. So I think it makes sense to kind of show you a bit about what we're offering here in terms of visibility into AI agent performance. So we offer you powerful dashboards, each designed to help you monitor, troubleshoot, and optimize your AI agents across channels. So here is your performance overview. This is your go-to snapshot of AI activity across the business. You can track volume trends, automation rates, escalation frequency, resolution breakdowns. It's the place to understand what's working, at a glance. So here you can see in my AI agent we're operating at 86% fully resolved queries by the AI agent. This is pretty great. And then down here is the performance analysis. We offer you like a deeper dive into how AI agents are performing. We've got great visual tools, graphs and charts you can see across languages, volume, customer journey stages. And this dashboard helps you identify the patterns and surface specific areas you want to optimize. So you can see, just for example, AI agent handled rate, over time. It looks like we're taking a bit of a dip here. So maybe we want to dive in a little bit deeper and understand what's going on. Or for example, maybe you want to see conversation status. Here you can see, okay, so a nice pie chart. Here we've got, what's handled by the AI agent, what's escalated, just for example. We scroll down a little more and you can see use case performance. So here you can see what your top performing use cases are, those hot topics, like I mentioned before, that are coming in, and which percentage, of your overall conversations are being addressed by the AI agent here, and then also what the resolution rates are. If you've got conversation flows, you can understand how those conversations flow from one exchange to the next, where they drop off and how they escalate. Here we go from just a welcome reply from the AI agent to an order status to, what's your return policy? Oh, do you want to drop it off at the store? Or do you want to send it back? And then also see, where are folks dropping off? And then you can kind of improve the bot from there. Lastly, I'd like to show you how, the generative reply performance dashboard. So here you can see how well your AI agent is leveraging your knowledge base. So like I mentioned before, knowledge is kind of the core to a well-performing AI agent. So here you can learn which articles are being utilized the most, which are driving the most value in replies, where the AI agent maybe struggles to understand because maybe you have two articles that are very similar. And then also, what are the missing topics? So if you say you learn that, maybe you have topics that aren't being addressed by the AI agent, you create a new article in your knowledge base, and then boom, you just increased your automation rates even more, right? So I hope that gives you a little bit of a taste in the real power of our analytics page, and then also how that would augment, QA functionality that Merit, Tran, and Mart are going to talk about now. So thanks so much. I'll pass the mic to Mart.
I'm Mart, product lead for Zendesk QA, and I'm going to walk you through some of the key Zendesk QA features. Our flagship feature is called Auto QA, and Auto QA gives you instant visibility into customer service quality without lifting a finger. What it does, it automatically scores all conversations across all channels for both human and AI agents in text and voice support. That means you have a complete view how your customer service is performing. And you can create your own auto QA categories using custom prompts or phrase matching to customize automatic quality scoring to your specific business needs. And that lets you find critical conversations and send them to human reviewers, for example. So nothing slips through the cracks. Another very cool and powerful feature is called Spotlights. And Spotlight is our AI-powered conversation intelligence tool that helps you to focus where it matters the most. For example, it finds high-risk interactions like potential escalations or churn signals, so you can proactively follow up before issues grow bigger. It also highlights outlier conversations that take longer or require more effort to solve. These are your early warning signs of process gaps or training needs that you might need to address. For AI agent interactions, Spotlight can flag looping bots and cases where bots underperform compared to human agents. So you know exactly where to optimize. And in voice calls, it detects, for example, dead air and missing compliance statements, helping you to reduce wait times and improve your voice agent training. On top of that, Spotlight can detect interactions that expect, for example, a follow-up, as well conversations where agents provided exceptional service and went extra mile, recognizing these positive interactions. And that helps you to celebrate success with your team and also replicate best practices across your organization. And you can also build your own spotlights using advanced phrase matching or custom prompting based on your specific needs. And the QA world just opened up even more. So since June this year, customers can also now use simple human language prompts to tell AI exactly what to look in interactions and how to score them. We will show that in demo also briefly after my slides. You can create custom auto-QA categories or spotlights to evaluate your bots or that surface specific risk insights from your conversations. No coding, no complex setup, just clear instructions and the AI does the rest. All your AI agent QA insights are brought together in one place, the dashboards. In Zendesk QA, we have built dedicated QA dashboard, which shows you how many conversations were handled fully by bots versus escalated to humans, and also a breakdown of key patterns like bot looping, sentiment trends, and detected churn risks. On top of that, your custom prompt auto-QA categories and spotlights are also visible on our main auto-QA dashboard, giving you a clear view of what's working and what might need some attention. And to sum up, within automatic QA, you can identify issues and opportunities to improve your AI agents. You can refine instructions and optimize conversation flows based on real actual data. And you can continuously monitor performance to keep your AI agents sharp and effective. And use insights from auto-QA and spotlights to enhance how your bots reason and respond to customer tickets. And that leads us to a exciting new announcement. So because QAing your AI agent is so important and valuable for companies using AI agents, we are excited to announce that all Zendesk Advanced AI agents will include QA features for AI agents for free. So you can confidently offer AI-powered customer service with the quality and empathy that customers crave. If you're already using our advanced AI agents, you can get early access to the free QA for QA agents pilot program by filling out the form that we will be posting into the chat. And we will reach out to you and help you get started with the QA for AI agents at no additional cost. And now let's see how the QA for AI agents works in action.
Hi, I'm Trine. I'm also part of the QA product marketing team, and I'll show you today how to do what just Mart explained in our QA products. And as Mart just mentioned, everything comes together in QA, and this is the place where to get a better understanding of how your AI agents are performing. And AI agents advanced customers are able now, if they sign up, to use the following areas. You can analyze your AI agent discussions and use more or less 3 dedicated areas for that. First is the auto QA dashboard. Then the dedicated bot QA or the AI agent QA dashboard. And the third option would be to go inside the conversations, get into the very details of each conversation and go to the conversations view. But I'll talk through all of these in a row. So first, In your Auto QA dashboard, where we currently are, you can see it on the left, you can see the number of conversations that have been automatically reviewed. In this case, the number is relatively small. I think in an actual account, you can add a couple of zeros to the end. And this is a demo account, that's the reason. But in here, you can see all the auto-reviewed conversations. And if you scroll down, you can also see the AQS, or the average score of all of the conversations that are reviewed by Auto QA, this rate. And in our case, it's 88.95%, well, which is really good. You can also see how the AQS changes over time, giving you some sort of understanding like how well your AI agents are performing. And this is a complementary information to what Aaron was describing that you can also see on the AI agent dashboard. If you scroll down, then first you will see the different categories. These are the so-called out-of-the-box categories that we already give to you for you to like have all the AI agent conversations automatically evaluated in these categories. You can see what the scores are. And then in here, you can also see if you go in manually and are agreeing with the score, you can see also if this is more or less what the Auto QA thinks that the category and the rating should be, and whether the human has approved it. If you scroll even further down, then you can also create, or you can see the results of the custom categories that you have created in the custom category insights. In our case, we just have 2, customer verification and discount offered, but you can create your own, and we will get to that in a couple of minutes. Moving over to the bot QA dashboard. So as I mentioned, in here you have the bot-only conversation rates as well as the escalation rates. So here I was just getting into the dashboard views. And I also mentioned to you the bot negative sentiment rate as well as the positive sentiment rate, as well as the outliers detected, low communication efficiency. And then the other thing that I just talked about was the churn risk detected, which I think is a very important view that you would like to see. I mentioned that you can also drill down to these conversations where the churn risk was detected. In our case, it's very easy. It's only 2 conversations. And the same applies to all the other conversations as well. You can see the bot-only conversations where bot handled all the conversation from beginning to an end, as well as the escalation rate. And I was here in the conversation view where we could get into like the very details of each conversation. And here I talk to you about the different spotlights that are automatically detected and shown to you on the right-hand side, as well as the scorecard where the magic happens. And here you can see all the out-of-the-box categories that are automatically created for you, as well as the custom categories, and the magic works in here as well. And in here, you can also see I've highlighted for you a couple of different conversations. For instance, in here, there's a conversation between a bot and a customer. And a bot, after 42 minutes, has just said that we'll look into this as soon as possible, which if you have a company that would like the bot to, or the AI agent to give them a specific timeline to solve the issue or give feedback to the customer, is definitely something that you would like to go into and either change in the AI agent or change in the process of how things are handled. In here, we can also see an example of a conversation where the bot is repeating the question or not really understanding the question from the get-go. Again, something that is important for either the conversation designer or support manager to go into and look into. And I also talked about the filters. In here, you can combine different auto or AI-powered filters as well as manual filters. You can also select the bot to be able to only analyze the conversations that are handled by bot. If you see the halo at the beginning of the category, then this means that this is a AI-powered category for you, and you can create different filters in here. In our case, I have created 2 examples for us, like where the bot repeated the questions, and in here I can show you I have detected the bot and also the custom category. as well as you can see if the bot has or if the customer has asked for an escalation and how do these conversations look like. And I talked to you about custom categories or custom prompt-based categories. And for this, we're heading to settings and to the AI menu. And here you can create an AI insight. So you can either pick prompts and write your human language, nothing to be coded, just like a simple what do you want to detect kind of prompt, or you can use an exact text match if you want to make sure that the AI agency is really saying something very particular in specific conversations. I would recommend checking out the prompt library, because in here we have already established different prompts for different industries, and this list is growing over time. And you can also pick from general different prompts. And what's really good is that if you just pick one, and let's say currently you can see that did the agent speak negatively, you can use this prompt and you can just customize it as you want. Or if you just want to use the prompt as an inspiration, you can completely delete it, write something on your own, and be very clear what you want to see, as well as also set the detection conditions. Then you validate the prompt. Takes a little bit more time than it should be. But if you validate the prompt, then AI pretty much tells you if the prompt should be a spotlight or a auto QA category. And then, because it takes a little bit more time, days are different. Usually it works really quickly. Then this is how you would usually get a new custom AI insight, which I can also show you. That is available in here. So you can see that in here we have already created different prompt-based categories. Some of them are also like system categories, some of them are also manual, but all of the custom prompt-based categories or spotlight insights would appear also in here, and you can use them to then analyze your conversations, your AI agent conversations, and get them to the next level. So we can go to the next slide, and I just wanted to wrap up my short demo and talk a little bit about the AI agent use cases that we have. So if you're starting out with AI agent QA, then just simple to use cases for you to test out. And these would be like our recommendations or like our examples that can be quite universal, but can be a very good like a start to get into the custom prompting. So first, as I mentioned, we have these predefined categories, auto QA categories and spotlights for you. And these are something that will help you find the empathy, the sentiment in your AI agent conversations, and really see if it's performing so that you want them to perform, if it's up to your company standards. Next, something that I mentioned that I think is very important is the churn risk detection, especially in the agentic AI era, where we cannot be that sure that the conversations always go as you want them to go. And third, we have 3 different custom QA prompts that you could test out yourself, depending on if it applies to your company or not. First, did the AI agent catch the issue after first explanation? I think it goes without saying that no one wants to explain their issue or their problem to it doesn't matter if it's a human or an AI agent multiple times. So this can be a very interesting prompt for you to test out, to get into the conversations and see if the AI agent is really grasping the issue of the customer from the get-go. Second is the second custom prompt is that did the bot use relevant discount code? This can be a great custom prompt for you to start with. And in here, I would recommend also adding and writing up the different discount codes that are currently relevant or like currently active in your company. Maybe you're doing a summer sale campaign. Maybe you want the bot only to give the discount code after the customer has expressed negative sentiment about the product. Maybe they are talking about churning. This can be a good way how to check that the bot is performing as you want them to. And last but not least, the third custom prompt
would be about the customer dropping without a resolution and escalating to a human. This doesn't necessarily mean that the customer was just leaving, but it could also mean that customer was just, so frustrated with the AI agent that because it didn't escalate it to a human and it didn't get a resolution, that they just left the conversation, or they just closed the conversation. Or maybe there was something in the conversation, even if it went well with the AI agent, that the customer still didn't get a good answer to. I think as the more we go into the agentic AI era, it's all about understanding what the customer also might have with their existing problem. So these would be my 5 use case suggestions for you to try out if you sign up to the pilot program that we have going on.
All right. Trin, thank you so much. Fantastic work. Really great demo. Really great demo all around. And thank you to all of our experts. I want to also give a shout out to James Longbottom, who is one of our senior platform architects. He is also in the background answering all of your questions in the Q&A tab. Thank you, James, and thank you to our experts. So keep those questions coming in. Again, this section of the event is answering questions that you submitted when you registered. So we did pick a few of those and we're going to answer them live with our expert. But again, you still have the QA tab. Ask your questions there. We'll do our best to answer them. Again, anything we don't get to, we will follow up with after the event. So with that, we'll do our first question. All right, folks, the era of AI, what are the biggest challenges?
Yeah, I think this one's mine. Thank you, Megan. I think it comes down to maybe 2 points. I mean, it depends on which perspective, you want to look at this question, right? But I took it in terms of AI agents, right? Because this is, my where I work. So, first is control and transparency, right? So a lot of AI tools that are out there operate as these black boxes, making it really hard for folks and CX leaders, to trust the automation. But I think we solve this by offering really full oversight into how these AI agents reason and act and then escalate, ensuring governance and reliability with every step. So that's part 1, I would say, to my answer. And then part 2 is in scalability. So a lot of other solutions out there require maybe more of a heavy setup. Maybe that you have to train the bot based on or the AI agent based on your own kind of data or script a lot of these dialogues. But with our latest and greatest agentic AI agents, we use these generative procedures that I was talking about before, which allow your teams to just define these procedures in plain language, and then you can take that and then scale from there with really low overhead, minimal effort. Yeah.
All right. So next question is from Harry. AI reviewing AI, does it really make sense?
I can take this one. So yeah, it's actually a great question that we also have pondered ourselves, but it actually makes sense. One model can successfully be used to review the outputs of another model. And why it is a case is that, for example, if the AI agent is thinking and helping customer during live conversation, then the models used there must be fairly quick, and therefore they can't be as complex as they could be. And where we are later reviewing the conversations that AI had, then we have more time and we can use more complex models to make decisions whether the AI did the right thing or not, and then optimize or use different models or try to make it better. So it makes sense.
Awesome. Thank you, Mart. Our next question is from, and I hope I'm not butchering this name, Shushila. How can teams audit or replay AI human interaction threads for quality assurance?
I'm going to take this one. Great question. Thanks for sending this question. So if you want to audit your AI conversations, you can do that in Zendesk QA. But the trick is that since AI agents handle thousands, tens of thousands of tickets and interactions, you need to focus on the most critical conversations that actually need your attention. And the best way to do this is to use our AI-powered quality reviews as your, let's say, first line of defense. So Auto QA scores the AI agent interactions, and Spotlight detects the risks and insights you want to detect in your conversations. So let's say, for example, you can use negative Auto QA scores and the risks flagged by Spotlight as filters to narrow down these thousands of tickets to just a few dozen important ones. And then you can dive into those AI human conversations, which you can fully go through within Zendesk QA. And then you can find where improvements are needed. And what's really cool is that you can also set up assignments so that when a conversation is flagged by AI in QA, it automatically gets assigned to the right team or person for review. So you know that none of these actually ever fall through the cracks, and there's always somebody handling those critical cases for you.
All right, thank you, and great question. Next question is from Alex. How does Zendesk ensure trust and consistency when switching between AI-driven interactions and human agents?
That is a great question, Alex. And I think that's where this unified, platform comes into play that you have with Zendesk, right? So this is how we ensure like trust and consistency across both AI and human interactions through the seamless context sharing. So by operating within the same environment, when that conversation is handed off, that full interactive history and all the customer details go along with it. So no context is lost. And also, like the procedures that I was talking about before, ensure that those AI responses are, policy compliant and structured. So the AI agents can also, or so your human agents can pick up exactly where the AI agent left off. And this continuity is something that really builds that trust and keeps the experience fluid and accurate and, personalized.
All right, another good question. All right, next question is from Jennifer. How customizable are the AI workflows, and can organizations fine-tune the handoff logic between bots and agents?
Yeah, another great question, Jennifer. Also very much related, to what I was talking about before. So highly customizable is the short answer. But with the generative procedures, teams can define them with natural language. Makes it easier to align automation between the policies, that your policies, and then also like this administrative overhead. So for that handoff, you can fine tune the when, how, and why AI agents, escalate to humans based on customer intent or other, triggers. So because everything runs in this unified platform, the handoffs are seamless. Everything like I mentioned before, that's all valid. So thank you very much for your question.
All right, next question is from Joseph. What kinds of AI models power Zendesk's conversational experiences?
So I think I will start this one. Yeah, so rather than, it's a great question, Joseph. Rather than relying on like a single model for generative replies, we actually use a combination of LLMs and other embedding models. And this includes OpenAI's 4.0, among others, at various stages. Like the pipeline is actually very, complex. I'm not going to try to explain it. But that's how we ensure like the most accurate, relevant, and conversational responses. But I think, Trin, you also wanted to jump in here too, right?
I actually can add a few comments from the Zendesk QA side. So yeah, it's like similar case that based on the use case, we always try to find what's the best model or method to do use the AI or grade something. For example, tone of voice uses certain models that's best optimized for grading tone of voice. And for example, custom prompting uses like a bigger and more complex models and so on. So we're continuously refining what's the best model and updating and running benchmarks so that the quality and the speed of the service would be the best. So yeah, can't say that there is like a single model that we use.
All right, great. Thank you both. Next question is from Cartier. What are the most impactful CX metrics Zendesk tracks when evaluating blended AI human service performance?
I'll take this one too. So most of the things that Trine showed in the demo, so resolution rates, if you're using Zendesk QA, then also like automated quality score or internal quality score, if you're doing manual reviews, where you can actually compare the performance of humans versus AI agents. And what's really common is also like measuring a CSAT and understanding what your actual customers think about the quality or satisfaction when they are interacting with either humans or AI agents.
All right. Next question is from Ann Williams. Can you share some best practices on how and when to set escalation triggers to a live agent?
Thank you, Ann Williams. Also, great question. And I feel like I also want to plug one of our other webinars called the AI Masterclass. We also dive into, yeah, I know you can sign up for it on the website, but like we address a lot of these like questions about like how to prepare, your organization for adopting AI. And this is like a question that touches on it, which I really like it. So it really just depends. Short answer, of course, it depends. It really depends on your organization, right? So it depends on where, those questions are coming in from, like if it's messaging, emails, or, a form on your website. Also depends on the number of folks on your team. When are folks available? When are the operating hours? How many conversations are happening in that channel? Just the sheer volume, or also like complexity or urgency, like, really serious problems, right? So you have to take all of those factors into account when you design your kind of escalation strategy. So like, got an example for you, right? So like imagine, you've got 4 of your human agents working 9 to 5, and they've got, I don't know, 250 conversations a day. So escalating too many of those conversations would overload, your human agents because of like long waiting times, right? So in this case, you'd probably want to reserve messaging escalations for high impact issues. So like product questions or shipping failures, things like this, which might directly affect revenue or like your CSAT. So yeah, and offering escalation only when there's no possibility of the AI agent can guide customers to that resolution, for example.
Awesome. Next question from Amanda. How does Zendesk ensure its AI doesn't propagate bias or make trust-eroding decisions in customer interactions?
Great one, Amanda. This is something that we hear about a lot, hallucinations, for example, right? But we at Zendesk, we provide full visibility into how AI agents understand requests, how they select the procedures, which actions that they chose. And this transparency gives you as the admin the ability to monitor those outcomes and prevent anything that might actually erode trust with your customers. And also like if you point the AI agent just at your knowledge base, your help center, for those generative replies, it's only going to pull information from that knowledge base.
All right, great question. Next question is from Marco. Does QA for AI agents differ from QA for human agents?
I can take this question and give Mart and Aaron a little break. I would say that it's a yes and no answer. So because with Zendesk QA, you can like use the same mechanisms and rely on the same automated coverage, but I'd call out a couple of differences when it comes to the goals of your like evaluations. And for AI agents, I think the core aim is to find the issues that are specific to automation. So, for example, what did the bot understand and what did the bot misunderstand? Did the bot or like the AI agent need escalation, or did the customer request escalations? Did the AI agent fail to resolve the problem? So this way, teams can like retrain the model, make it better. And when it comes to human agent AI, like the big goal is the same, to make the agents better. But human agent QA is targeted at like understanding how the team and the agent is performing, how to drive their skills, how to drive their adherence, and like ultimately how to improve the customer experience as well. So there are little differences, but technically you can use the same mechanisms, the same scorecards, or the same categories or very similar categories to evaluate both human and AI agent conversations.
Awesome. Thank you, Trin. Next question from Grace. Can I have the same scorecard for bots and humans, or should I create a different one for bots?
I think this goes more or less together what was in the previous question as well. Again, there's not like a black and white answer, and it really depends on how detailed your scorecard is and how many categories you might have. I would recommend having like some high-level categories that are the same, maybe like solution, greeting and closing, readability. Those are the things that apply both for human and AI agents, and then tailor the bot or the AI agent scorecard that focuses on like AI agent specific capabilities. And this gives you the most actionable data for each type of experience.
All right, next question is from Linda. How does Zendesk help organizations strike the right balance between automation and personalized human support?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's also a great question, and really, it depends on your organization. So we know every org has its own preferences when it comes to balancing automation with personalized human support, like which use cases require maybe a more white glove approach, personal touch, and some might want to just maximize automation out the gate, right, to handle all of those volumes. Like, we have I've spoken to customers that are in both of those situations, and others might just prefer AI agents just to act as that first line of defense, and then like the human agents handle more sophisticated queries. So our platform is designed with that flexibility in mind. So we allow you to, or we enable you to tailor your workflows and escalation triggers to whatever your needs are.
All right, and we are going to do one more question from Dania. Can Zendesk AI or Zendesk's AI learn from past tickets and improve over time? If so, how is this managed for compliance and accuracy?
Yeah, great question. It's a not yet, but we're working on it question. So we recently launched, use case suggestions, and that enables users to leverage AI to analyze those tickets and the not understood messages, and then identify those common topics and generate those relevant use case suggestions. So yeah, I mean, it is learning and helping you optimize your AI agent over time, but it really helps you create use cases quickly and increase your automation rates. So great question.
Awesome. And that wraps up our Q&A. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to all of our hosts today. You all did an amazing job. Thank you to Megan for presenting earlier. Make sure you pay your internet bill. Let everyone learn this lesson. And also, thank you to everyone who was able to join our session today. Thank you for submitting your questions ahead of time. And finally, thank you to our chat experts. James, you did an amazing job answering questions in our Q&A. We look forward to sharing our post-event summary with all of you. This session has been recorded, so we'll also share out any relevant resources along with the recording when we follow up with you via email. And for those that are interested in any of our other upcoming events, you can check them out on our event landing page. So I will share a link in the chat now. All right. Thank you, everyone, and have a great rest of your week.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.